Hello everyone, my name is Jacob as always, and I'm the advocate and head coach for your reigning, defending, undisputed APA champions, the Green Bay Pikachus, and this is our team builder for week number 5 of the APA. We're facing Leo, aka 6 Foot Hats, head coach of the Durham Druddigons. We've known Leo for a very long time. I know he might not remember, but I think he does. We've known him since 2011, like late 2011, pretty much when YouTube was a lot less big than it is now. A lot more people upload, a lot more people make content, and the Pokemon community is bigger than it is now. I think it was like a lot tighter back then. Like everyone was kind of friends with everyone a lot of the time, pretty much. Not really necessarily, but like there's a lot less people creating content, so now there are more people and stuff. Anyway, point is, I'm going to stop rambling. Make sure you check out Leo in the description down below to his YouTube and Twitter. Great guy, cool guy, one of the best Draft League players in the format. But yeah, we are expected, we need to beat him because Tar Heel and Kyle A are right on our tail. And you're going to see a big-ass bushy beard in tomorrow's battle video. That's because I'm recording this after the fact that we battled him when you see the video. Anyway, that's not the point. I just needed to do the team builder. I needed to re-explain stuff because I did a horrible job of explaining it in the initial team builder video because I was kind of pressed for time because I was trying to rush through it. I didn't explain things as well as I should have in the initial team building one, so we're going to do it now. But if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. Obviously, this battle is going to go up on February 3rd. Battle will go up February 4th, aka the day of the Super Bowl, so it'll go up before the Super Bowl, so that's just saying. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's get going with the team builder. As you guys know how these team builders work, we go over our 11 Pokemon, his 11 Pokemon, or her if we're facing a girl, which we're not, or them, whatever people want to identify themselves as. I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, I don't care. People can identify themselves as whatever they want. The person, people, that's what I'm going to say. Shut up now. And the 6 we're bringing and why we're bringing them. So let's get started. You guys should probably know our team by now, but if you guys don't, let's go over it. We have Zygarde 50%, Absolute Beast, Mega Manectric, Fortress, Zelf, Jellicent, Nihilego, Emboar, Licky Licky, Liepard, Articuno, and Tapu Bulu. Our Z Pokemon are Zygarde 50% and Tapu Bulu. Leo's team is as followed. It's Jirachi, Hydreigon, Tangrowth, Primarina, Donphan, Mega Beedrill, Rotom Heat, Swallow, Mienshao, Diggersby, and Tauros. His Z Pokemon are Jirachi and Hydreigon. Now, Leo is a replacement coach. I believe he took over for Ty's team. So that's a thing. I think it was like before week 1 even. Right now, I believe he is 2-2 with a differential of +2. And we are 4-0 with a differential of +15. So Tar Heel right now is 4-0, leading our division. We are in 2nd place, and I think Kyle A is 3-1 because Leo just did us a favor and beat Kyle A last week. I think that's what happened. Anyway, yep, that's what I believe happened. So let's get into the talking about the teams and stuff again. So looking at Leo's team, I just got to get back to his team. I don't have it. Like I started prepping for the next week's games and stuff. But yeah, anyway, let's look at his team. So the biggest threat to his team, from his team to our team, is definitely Diggersby, hands down. Diggersby is a giant threat. His normal spam in general, Tauros, Swallow, and Diggersby, I expect to come. I know I'm going to try to, okay, I know I am doing this after the fact of the battle, but I'm going to be as subjective as I'm going to be as objective as possible, not subjective. I think that's, I hope I didn't screw that up, I might have, but whatever. Despite the point, I'm going to be talking like I'm going into the battle. I'm not going to be talking like after the battle. I'm not even going to think about what mons he even brought, because that's in the back of my mind. We talked about what I was thinking before the battle. So I was afraid of Swallow just clicking Specs Boomburst versus my entire team, because the way his speed tiers are creeping, or the way they work, it goes from Swallow at 125, I believe, to Mienshao at 105. Yes. So if I were to creep with a Zelf, creeping Mienshao, that would put me at 174 speed. His Swallow could run modest Specs, and that would be a big problem. But a Pokemon that can take Specs Boomburst really well, or Specs anything, or anything from Swallow in general, is a physically defensive Nihilego, Facade does not 2-hit KO us because of Black Sludge, unless, even after Rocks, I believe. With our investment into defense, HP, and everything, we are just, this is the best check we have to swallow on our entire team. So we had to go this route. HP ground shouldn't kill us. Like, we're really, really bulky. It shouldn't kill from full. But if it does, like, I guess he does it. I think he would just run U-turn for momentum anyway over HP ground. That would just be me, though. But we need to switch in. And this also, because we're building around the wing cons of Jellicent, you heard that right, and Zygarde, they help each other really well, this matchup. This lures in Jirachi. And Hydreigon to a degree, he thinks we're Scarfed, because then we could click Knockoff. We can survive any one hit from Hydreigon, unless it's like Banded or Specs. Aside from Earth Power, we can survive any hit from it, so that's really important to note. Modest Dread Plate will survive, but he wouldn't just stay in because he could be fearing the Dazzling Gleam possibly. So this is a lure for Jirachi, so we can click Knockoff on the predicted Jirachi switch, because that's one of his best switches to this thing. Like Nihilego doesn't really get anything to hit Jirachi all that hard. So I want to eliminate his potential Shuca Berry or Choice Scarf on Jirachi, because I'm pretty sure he's going to bring Choice Scarf Hydreigon or Choice Scarf Jirachi. I really think Scarf Hydreigon is better because you can click U-turn. Well, Jirachi could do that too, but Jirachi gets access to Icy Wind, and Shuca Berry Icy Wind, unless he wants to pull a Kurt and miss. Sorry Kurt, too soon, I know. I think Shuca Berry Icy Wind does better, because he can click Icy Wind and make sure we don't get to more than +1 or higher. We'd just be at neutral all the time, and he might be running Timid or something to outspeed us, or he might be running enough speed to outspeed Adamant, because more often than not I'm going to go Adamant Zygarde, because it just hits like once you get to +1, you have a good chance of winning if you eliminate the Scarfers potentially. So yeah, and then like Nihilego is going to be really good here, I think. I like Nihilego a lot. But yeah, it's a good lure for those. And as you can see, we're running Trick Room, so we have very good Trick Room aspect of our team, but at the same time we have a little bit of speed. Mostly we have Trick Room aspect of our team, though. That's the team we built. This thing can set up a Trick Room on the Jirachi switch-in or potential Hydreigon switch-in. I anticipate him to have Earth Power, so I wouldn't just stay in here. But we have enough speed for Jirachi, obviously, because that's needed. We don't have Stab Rock because we don't need it. Things like Sludge Wave is going to do enough to swallow where we don't need Power Gem. We need Sludge Wave for Tangrowth, which I think might be Assault Vest. We need it for Primarina, which, you know, Primarina is kind of a little bit of a nuisance to our team. But all those Pokemon, those special Pokemon that I was talking about, the Hydreigon, the Primarina and stuff, and even Swallow to a degree of its specs, which we have Nihilego for, but we have Licky being specially defensive because we needed a really good check to his special walls. Yes, Hydreigon could have like Z Focus Blast or just Life Orb Focus Blast or Specs Focus Blast or something like that, but he has to hit Focus Blast all the time. All the time! In order to knock out Licky. Licky is just a really it can be setup fodder, but the way we have it, it's not. I am kind of afraid of a potentially sub Jirachi with, like, you know, Ice Punch, or like sub Calm Mind could be annoying, and I don't want him to be able to set up on Licky, so that's why we have Earthquake on Licky, because I'm afraid of that, and I'm chicken shit essentially, and I'm gonna play it safe in that realm. So I return just to hit his team relatively hard. A return, unless Hydreigon is really bulky, will break sub Hydreigon, so that's important to note. I don't think he goes sub Hydreigon, but just in case, a return will do a decent chunk. Will for sure break subs unless he's really bulky, like max HP bulky is what I'm talking about. But I doubt he goes that route. Potentially he could, but I don't think so. Wish and Protect just to heal up the rest of their team, because having Wish for Nihilego and our third member being a Lambo, the Akaberry Fortress, because we just love Akaberry, like best item on Fortress Draft League, like no doubt. People are going to run HP Fire. People are going to run Fire coverage. It's going to happen. And we just need to be able to take a hit, get Rocks up, or be able to take a hit, get a spin off. Like, we just need to be able to take a hit sometimes, and Akaberry is the one for sure way to do that. He's got a lot of Fire coverage and things like Diggersby and Hydreigon and Jirachi, and Tangrowth with HP Fire, Rotom Heat, Swallow, which I wouldn't really stand with a Rotom Heat necessarily, but like on the off chance that we have to spin, because he does not have a Ghost type, as you can see on screen right now. So it's important that we have Fortress right here to be able to spin freely whenever we want. And it's a really great check to Beedrill. I don't really anticipate the Beedrill to come, but honestly, Beedrill could just get momentum with U-turn and stuff, but like, what does it really do? Like, once rocks are up, like, it's great, honestly. He does have some ways to remove hazards quite easily with like Defog Hydreigon and Spin on Donphan, but however, Spin on Donphan is not very reliable this matchup because we do have the Jellicent, and Colbur Berry could potentially come for the Diggersby, especially if we like bring grassy terrain in Colbur Berry. Diggersby really can't do a whole lot to Jellicent unless it has like something like Wild Charge, because we're Colbur Berry knockoff. If we're Colbur Berry, he's knockoff. We could potentially Oko him if he's Life Orb or Silk Scarf or some Bandit or something like that. So I don't know if he'll go there. I think Wild Charge might be the best option for him, or potentially one of the better options. I think he'll bring knockoff just because it's so solid. The knockoff items on my team, especially like a Scarf Nihilego or Banded Zygarde or something like that. Potentially he could do that. Like if we try to be cheeky and switch it Zygarde in on that. But yeah, Fortress, that's our defensive core for the team. Like that's all the defense we're really gonna need. Next up though, we'll talk about one of our win cons, and then we'll talk about something that can abuse Trick Room, because we have Trick Room Nihilego and Trick Room. Oh, this is one of our win cons, like I was stating earlier. Weakness Policy Jellicent. So it's very strange. We're quiet natured. We have this in special attack because that's how, well, we needed the HP in defense, because if Diggersby, which I do not anticipate a offensive item Diggersby, I think it'll be like Silk Scarf's the offense item, but like offense item that makes all attacks stronger, like Muscle Band or Life Orb or Band. I don't anticipate that because that'll make him it'll make him harder to predict things. I honestly expect a Silk Scarf Diggersby. So what this accomplishes is we can leave a knockoff which will pop our weakness policy. We can set up a Trick Room, and then and this is after rocks, do note. We can survive a knockoff into an Ice Shard after rocks from Donphan. So no matter what, we are going to kill a lot of Pokemon on his team then at that juncture, because the only other priority I think on his team is Fake Out Manshell, which does nothing, Quick Attack and Swallow, which potentially could if he's got Scrappy, which if he specs he will. And then he would have, I think that's it for priority. Does Beedrill get priority? I don't think it does. If it does, it would just be Quick Attack or something. And then Quick Attack Diggersby, which we're unaffected. So honestly, this is really good as a early game cleaner. Not early game cleaner, like early game poke holes through his team, because something like Tangrowth can pop our berry. Hydreigon potentially could, depending on the item. If he's not Dreadplate, Life Orb, or Specs, I am pretty sure that we can survive any one move from Hydreigon. It'll pop our weakness policy and we can trick him up. Unless he flinch or something like that, that'd be unfortunate. But the combination of Surf, Ice Beam, and Shadow Ball hits his entire team neutrally or super effectively. There is nothing on his team that this will not hit super effectively or neutrally. Pretty sure we hit everything super effectively or neutrally with this set. And once our weakness policy is popped, he's in a world of trouble because things are going to drop left and right. And we can get Trick him up, that'd be great. Even if we have like one or two turns left of Trick Room for our next Pokemon being D-Tron, after my boy Dalton in real life, my good friend. Been friends with him for like 6 or 7 years, which is cool. We're adamant. We have a Flame Plate and Boar to punch holes through his team under Trick Room. And even out of Trick Room, we have enough for an modest max speed, modest Primarina. I don't think he goes Timid. If he goes Timid, he'll be Scarf, which that'll just be really easy for us to switch in on, and I highly doubt he does that. Because if he locks himself into a Scarf Moonblast, we got Nihilego. If he locks himself into Surf, we got Jellicent. If he locks himself into Surf as well, we have Licky. So I highly doubt he goes Scarf, because then he's got to really lock himself into something. And if it's Surf, you know, it's like Zygarde kind of can take one and set up and kind of poop on his team then, especially if his Scarfers are gone or the Scarf's eliminated, so that's really not good. But yeah, Onboard punches holes through his team, Wall Charge. I wanted to hit hard, but I didn't want to be able to be stuck into a move like Choice Band. Even though that would hit his team extremely hard, he doesn't really have a great Choice Banded Flare Blitz switch-in, as he does not have a Rock type on his team. It doesn't look like he's got a Rock type, but I just wanted to be able to switch up to Sucker Punch if need be. I have Hammer Arm because if we're under Trick Room, that'll be perfect because you can click Hammer Arm, be slower than everything, and keep on chucking along. And then Sucker Punch just in case we need that chip on something like Jirachi or something like Hydreigon if it's really low. That'll be really important to have. But yeah, Emboar can just hit holes through his team. This was originally going to be Scarf Beedrill Scarf Beedrill. That would have been a bad ring if I had that. Scarf Azelf for the Mega Beedrill, because then we have something to offensively check it. But I decided against it, just because I don't think Beedrill's coming. Because of something like a Fortress, because of Zygarde can kind of set up on it and play Dragon Dance and be faster and just punch holes through his team. I mean, he could potentially run Toxic on it, so we are on a timer, but then he just sacks his Beedrill off. I guess maybe that would be the reason why he'd bring it, or maybe Toxic Spikes, but he should realize that doesn't have a Ghost type, and we can freely spin with Fortress whenever we really want to, especially with the Aqua Berry intact, or unless we're really low or something like that, or if it's like a Specs Rotom. But besides that, like, ooh, yeah, pretty good. Ember should put in a lot of work if we need him to, but no guarantee we're going to need it to. But last but not least, we have a Rod, the Dragon Dancing Zygarde again, because we're crazy people, and we're bringing Zygarde Dragon Dance 4 out of the first 5 weeks, because we can, and I will. Why not? Let's do it. Anyway, we have Extreme Speed, Dragon Dance, Earthquake, and Outrage. The reason we have Earthquake is, wait a second. Why does it say Earthquake? No, I ran 1,000 Arrows. I'm dumb. I don't know why it says Earthquake. That should say 1,000 Arrows definitely, right? Say 1,000 Arrows, right? Let me check. Yeah, I ran 1,000 Arrows. I have no idea what the thing was talking about. Yeah, that thing's crazy. Thing's absolutely insane. I had 1,000 Arrows and not have Earthquake. Yeah, we had 1,000 Arrows, Outrage, Dragon Dance, Extreme Speed, Dragonium Z at +1 with our investment. I believe will knock out Physically Defensive Tangrowth at +1 after Rocks. So Dragonium Z, what is the Z move? I cannot remember Z move sometimes. There's Talk Rage, there's... Yeah, can't remember the Z move, the name of it. Like, I know what I just call it Dragonium Z or Z Outrage or something. I don't really call it by the actual Z move name. I know they're all the same, and I should probably have them memorized after a year and like 3 months since Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, but I don't, so sue me. Anyway, this thing is just a really good win condition. The speed is 4, so that would be Pokemon at 143. I think at +2, or we outspeed Beedrill no matter what at +1. Yeah, we outspeed Beedrill no matter what at +1, pretty much. Unless he's like Jolly max speed, which he wouldn't be because got no reason to. He would just go down to Mega Manectric, so that's good. I could have ran enough speed for that, but we already have enough bulk and attack investment. This is the only attack investment we really needed, and I highly doubt if he brings Rotom. Pretty sure he's not gonna bring. I don't even think Rotom should come because even through Sugar Berry, he's probably gonna die to an Adamant 1,000 Arrows. Like, that just allows Zygarde to just claim a kill. Claim a kill, or it's either I set up, you can click Will-O-Wisp, or I click 1,000 Arrows and he dies to Rotom Heat, or he just takes chip damage. I'm okay with chip damage because eventually his team will get worn down because his team doesn't have the most reliable recovery. There's Jirachi with Wish. There's Tangrowth, which has Regenerator, or Leech Seed, or Synthesis, or whatever you want to do. And Hydreigon's got Roost. Outside of that, I guess Swellow gets Roost. But come on now. Who's going to bring Roost Swellow? That'd be insane and absurd. But anyway, besides the point, I don't think Rotom Heat should come. I think it's just Zygarde gets in for free. and he doesn't really have great switches outside of Tangrowth. And if Tangrowth goes, well, it's Donphan kind of, but Ice Shard's not going to be doing that much unless he's Adamant, Max Attack, Choice Band, or Muscle Band, or Life Orb Donphan. Like, unless he's like invested into attack, Ice Shard or Player Off's not going to be doing the most damage, and he's not going to be able to do a lot to us. So therefore, Tangrowth is really a realistic only option to switch in. And if we can eliminate that early, potentially, which that's why Jellicent's here, to see if it's Assault Vest or something, or Lefties, or see what its item is, and we can click Ice Beam. Early game, the plan is, early to mid game, I want to try to get Trick Room up with Jellicent to win. Or, potentially, late game, so basically, this could be an early game Wrecker to make room for Trick Room, Weakness Policy, Jellicent, or vice versa. Trick Room, Weakness Policy, Jellicent could be an early game beating him up, or whatever you want to call it. Early game breaker, that's what I wanted to say, for endgame Dragonium Z Zygarde. So those two work in tandem pretty well together this matchup, offensively speaking. And then the combination of our defensive core and Lakey, Nihilego, Fortress, and then just Emboar for more offense if we need it. We are very, very physically offensive oriented this match, which is why I need to bring Jellicent, because people need to start. I just think people are going to start appreciating and respecting Azelf more. So I really don't think he'll. I think he'll kind of prep for Azelf more than others have. So there's that. I could have brought knockoff on Azelf, but you know, I just didn't feel like going that route. But anyway, that is a team. To recap, we have Claymaker, the Nihilego, A1X, Alex, the Licky, Lambo, the Fortress, Neutron, the Emboar, Clinton Dix, the Jellicent, and A-Rod, the Zygarde. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day, and make sure you stay tuned for the battle tomorrow. Have a great day, and I love you all. Adios, Substrike Army. Bye-bye. Peace.